surely it's over for RB Leipzig as they continue to drop points. As for the champions Bayern, they keep on bloody winning. That's right, folks, back once again with another Pressure Show today. We're taking a look at match number 30 over in the Bundesliga, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you do, smash your subscribe and keep you hanging up to all things Blackburn Rovers related, Bundesliga related, football related, we're going to know here on the Warowski. Of course, folks, another busy old week across Europe, so we're not going to muck about with your picks right here, right now, but don't worry, folks, I'm still going to keep up to date with, of course, the leaderboards, and I'll bring you back up to date with your previous picks and these picks when we get the time, which hopefully will be this time next week. So let's get into it, though. Of course, yeah, it's just manic stations, but a quick recap of those last few games in the Bundesliga, of course, kicking on back with RB Leipzig up against the Hoffenheim, ended up as a 0-0 draw. Actually went with a 3-0 win myself. Meanwhile, Wolfsburg against Bayern was a thriller, 3-2 in the end, going in favour of Bayern on the road. Jamal Musiala with a couple of goals there, Choupo Moting as well, with Ruud Weghorst and Maximilian Philipp on the score sheet for Wolfsburg. 3-2 win for Bayern. Actually went with a 2-1 win for Wolfsburg, but unfortunately I was wrong. Meanwhile, Borussia Mönchengladbach got a 4-0 win over Frankfurt. Ginter, Hoffmann, Bassabini and Wolf on the score sheet, giving Gladbach the win. Of their future coach, of course, Frankfurt's coach will swap sides in the summer and take over Gladbach. So I actually remember the 2-1 win myself for my boys. Not too shabby as well. Meanwhile, Freiburg against Schalke was a 4-0 win as well for Freiburg. Of course, Schalke won the other day, but not this time around. Lucas Hull there on the score sheet. Of course, Roland Saladier as well with Christian Günther. A couple of goals there for Freiburg in a 4-0 win. Schalke look toast. Of course, Augsburg against Bielefeld ended up 0-0 in the end. 2-1 for me. Meanwhile, Union Berlin picked up a 2-1 win over Stuttgart to continue their fantastic season. Grishka Promel on the score with Peter Musa as well. Philip Foster getting the goal for Stuttgart in a 2-1 win for Union Berlin. 2-0 for me. Meanwhile, Bayer Leverkusen 3-0 win over Köln. Big win for them, of course. Where was it? The goals coming from Leon Bailey with a couple of goals there. Musa Diaby as well. 3-0 for them. 2-0 for me. Not too bad. Mainz against Hertha Berlin was postponed. We'll have to do that another time. Meanwhile, Dortmund, though, up against Werder Bremen was a 4-1 win. Reina, Haaland with a brace. Hummels as well. Milat Rashido on the score sheet, giving Bremen a consolation goal. 3-1 for me. Not too bad, but not too great either. As for a quick look at the tables, we'll take a look at it right here, right now. If I could just bang it out here. Of course, we cannot really take a little look at everything in all detail. We're taking a look at on the fly. Here it comes. Of course, Bayern lead the charge. 7 points clear over Leipzig. There's still opportunities for them to do it, but I think it's too little, too late. Wolfsburg trying to keep up their hope of course, Champions League football, with Dortmund now breathing down the necks, just 4-5 points adrift of course, a Champions League spot. Meanwhile, Leverkusen and Gladbach also doing the same. It looks like too far gone for them. As for Schalke and Köln, they look like they're going down. Hertha Berlin, though, not too far away either. Of course, let's take a look at the next round of matches. Kicking all off again. Can't look at yours, but we'll do them very, very soon. Köln will take on, of course, RB Leipzig. Of course, played of the last 6. 1 for Köln, 4 for Leipzig. 1 draw last round. In Köln was a 6-goal thriller going in favour of Leipzig, with goals from Schick, Lukaku, Werner, and Olmo as well. Jean Cordoba and, of course, Anthony Modeste on the score sheet for Köln back in the day. Also, pleasure though this season in Köln. It was in Leipzig. It was a 0-0 draw back in December this season. Of course, Leipzig winning the last 5 away matches. Köln failing to win 18 last 19 matches at home. Heading into this 3-1 on the spin for Köln. As for Leipzig, just 1 defeat past 5. That 1 defeat was against Bayern, of course, a couple of games back. Meanwhile, look at the bookies odds on this one. What do we have on this one? I'm sure it is going to be in favour of Leipzig. 6-1 for Köln. 50-4 is your draw. 5-2 away on is your Leipzig. Leipzig coming to this, of course, second. A win for them. They could close in on, of course, Bayern. As for Köln, they're in 17th, but a win for them, they could close. In fact, they can overtake Hertha Berlin into 16th. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Leipzig in the end. Next up, of course, champions elect. Of course, Bayern up against Bayer Leverkusen. A bit of a difficult one. This one plays for the last 6. 4 for Bayern, 2 for Bayer Leverkusen, and of course, no draws last round. In Bayern was a 2-1 win for Leverkusen back in November 2019. Leon Bailey with the brace. Thomas Muller as well. Jonathan Tah getting himself sent off, but they held on in the end. Also, pleasure though this season in Bayern. In Leverkusen, of course, it was 2-1 win for Bayern with Lewandowski with the brace. Patrick Schick as well getting a goal, but unfortunately too little, too late. Bayern undefeated in the last 24 matches in the Bundesliga. Bayern have also won the last 3 matches against Leverkusen in all comps. Heading into this though, of course, Bayern unbeaten the last Bayer Leverkusen unbeaten the last 3, picked up 2 wins and a draw to boot. As for Bayern, picked up 2 wins and a draw to boot as well. 2 teams in a bit of a kind of similar kind of form. Bookies odds on this one, we have Bayern München 11-4 on for the victory. 4-1 is draw, 6-1 is your long shots. That's of course by Leverkusen. Leverkusen are in 6th, and with them they can move up to 5th. Bayern are top, and they'll be top no matter what. Going to go with a 3-0 win for Bayern to extend the lead, and of course probably one hand on the trophy. Next, of course, Arminia Bielefeld taking, of course, Schalke. Played to the last 6. 2 for Arminia Bielefeld, 3 for Schalke. 1 draw last round. In Bielefeld was a 3-2 win. for Schalke in the German Cup. However, last time played each other in the league, though, in the Bundesliga, was back in 2009. It was a 2-0 win for Schalke. Of course, goal scorers on the day was Jefferson Farfan, Kevin Kurani. That's a blast from the past there. Also, played each other, though, this season in Schalke. Was back in December. It was a 1-0 win for Bielefeld. Schalke, though, failing to win the last 25 matches on the road. They've also conceded at least 2 goals in 14 of the last 16 away matches as well. Heading into this, just 1 win the past 6 games for Schalke. That was against Augsburg. Meanwhile, just 1 defeat the past 5 for Bielefeld. That was against Leipzig quite a few games back now. Look at the bookies odds on this one. Bielefeld coming into 10-7 on for the actually 13-5 is your draw. 17-4 is your Schalke. Schalke coming into in 18th, and win for them they could close in on Köln. As for Bielefeld, they're in 15th, and for them they could jump up to 13th in the end. I'm going to go with the Bielefeld on this one, 2-1 win, because Schalke are shite. Frankfurt up against Augsburg now. Of course, played each other the last 6, 3 wins apiece. Of course, no draws last 6. Last time around, though, in Frankfurt was a 5-0 win for Frankie back in, of course, February 2020. Timothy Schandler with a couple of goals there. Andre Silva as well. Philip Kostic with a couple of goals as well as a round right 5-0 win. Also, played each other, though, this season in Augsburg. It was a 2-0 win for Frankie as well. Frankfurt undefeated in the last 16 home matches in the Bundesliga. Augsburg have actually lost 6 of the last 7 away matches as well. Heading into this, just 1 win the past 4 games for Augsburg. That was against Hoffenheim. Meanwhile, just 1 defeat the past 6 games for Wolfsburg. For Frankfurt. That was against Gladbach just the other day. Look at the bookies odds on this one. We have Frankfurt coming at you at 29 on for the victory. 54 is your draw. 11-2 is your Augsburg. Augsburg coming into this sitting in 11th. A win for them, they could close it in on 10th. Frankfurt actually in 4th, and a win for them, they could go up to as high as 3rd. They need the win. 2-0 win for Frankfurt to keep up the heat in the top 4. Hertha Berlin taking across Freiburg now. Let's get into this one now, shall we? Played the last 6. 1 for Hertha Berlin, 3 for Freiburg. 2 draws. Last round in Berlin was a 1-0 win for Berlin back in, of course, December 2019. Vladimir Diardida on the Scottish giving Berlin the W. Also, played this season in Freiburg was a 4-1 win for Freiburg back in December this season. Of course, Freiburg coming to this winning 2 of the past 4 games. As for Hertha Berlin, just 1 defeat the past 5. That was against Dortmund quite a few games back. Meanwhile, look at the bookies odds on this one. We have Hertha Berlin coming at you. Is this one postponed? This one could be postponed. I'm looking at it. I can't even see it. But of course, do we predict it? We might predict it anyway. Of course, a win for Hertha Berlin on this one. They could go from where are they? They're in 16th, but a win for them they can move up to 5th, 14th. As for Freiburg, they're actually in 9th. A win for them they can move up to 7th. Do I predict it? I don't even know. I think I've gone with the 1-0 for Hertha Berlin. We'll have to wait and see. Next, of course, Hoffenheim up against Borussia Mönchengladbach. Let's get into this one then, shall we? Played to the last 6. It's actually been 1 for Hoffenheim, 1 for Gladbach. 4 draws last time around in Hoffenheim was a 3-0 win for Gladbach back in September 2019. Goals from Alessandro Lapli, Marcus Thuram and Florian Neuhaus as well, giving Gladbach the W. Also, played though this season in Gladbach was a 2-1 win for Hoffenheim back in December. Gladbach actually scored at least 3 goals in 5 of the last 6 away matches against Hoffenheim in all comps. They also scored at least 2 goals in the last 4 matches in the Bundesliga as well. They're coming to this unbeaten in the last 4 games, picking up 3 wins and a draw to boot. Without a win in 5, that's Hoffenheim. Looking for a win right here, right now. Bookies odds on this one, 94 for Hoffenheim, 30-5 is your draw, 11-10 is your Gladbach. Gladbach coming to in, of course, 7th, and a win for them they can move closer to 6th. As for Hoffenheim, they're all the way down to 12th, but a win for them they can move up to 11th in the table. I'm going with a 2-0 win for Gladbach, take 3 points and move the change. Stuttgart up against Wolfsburg now. Played the last 6, 2 for Stuttgart, 3 for Wolfsburg, 1 draw. Last round in Stuttgart was a 3-0 win for Stuttgart back in, of course, May 2019. Played this season in Wolfsburg. It was a 1-0 win back in December. Of course, heading into this, Stuttgart have actually won the last 3 home matches against Wolfsburg in all comps. Heading into this, though, back-to-back defeats for Wolfsburg, losing the likes of Frankfurt and Bayern. Back-to-back defeats also for Stuttgart, losing the likes of Dortmund and Union Berlin. Look at the bookies odds on this one. We have Stuttgart 23-10 for the victory, 5-2 is your draw, 11-10 is your Hoffenheim. Hoffenheim are in 3rd. Over there, they can close it in on 2nd. As for Stuttgart, they are all the way down into, of course, 10th right now, but over there, they can move up to 9th. Tight one, we're going to go with a 2-0 win for Wolfsburg on this one. 3 points in the end. Dortmund up against Union Berlin now. Of course, played to the last 6, 4 wins for Dortmund, 2 for Berlin, no draws. Last round in Dortmund was a 5-0 win for Dortmund back in February 2020. Say Jadon Sancho, Haaland, Royce, Witzel, and Haaland with a brace, in fact, to make that 5-0. Of course, played though this season in Berlin was a 2-1 win back in December for Union Berlin. Dortmund actually scored at least 2 goals in the last 8 of the last 9 matches as well. Coming into this, unbeaten, just one defeat the past 5 games for Union Berlin. It was a 5-2 loss to Frankfurt. Meanwhile, just 2 wins the past 6 games for Dortmund have them scrambling a little bit. Of course, they're trying to get themselves back in the Champions League, or they'll lose their stars. 50-8 on is your Dortmund, 3-1 is your draw, 11-2 is your Union Berlin. Union Berlin are actually in 8th, and win for them they can move up to 7th. As for Dortmund, they are 5th. Win for them they can close it in on 4th, and that's what they want, Champions League in the end. 3-1 win for Dortmund for me to get the 3 points and again move the chains. Werder Bremen up against Mainz is the final one. Played to the last 6, 3 wins apiece, no draws last time around in Bremen. It was a 5-0 win for Mainz, of course, back in December 2019. Goal scorer Robin Quaison with a hat-trick. Jivri Pavlenka with a big fat OG, and Jean-Philippe Mateta on the score sheet, of course, Mainz in the end. Also a pleasure, though, this season in Mainz, it was a 1-0 win for Bremen back in, of course, December as well. Bremen losing their last five matches in the Bundesliga, and they come into this just one win in the past 6 games. That was in the German Cup against Jan Regensburg. Meanwhile, unbeaten last 4 games. That's Mainz, picking up 3 wins and a draw to boot. As for the bookies odds on this one, we have what are we looking at? Werder Bremen 21-10 for the victory. 11-5 is your draw. 11-8 is your Mainz. Mainz come into this in 14th, but a win for them. They can move up to 13th. But in 13th is Werder Bremen, and a win for them. They can move up to 11th with a W. Going to go with Werder Bremen on this one to stop the rot. And that, my friends, is where I'm going to leave you. Of course, that's my picks. Be sure to get your picks, and of course, nice and early for this, because we're going to have a double match week, of course, with the Bundesliga. That's why it's so short. But again, get your picks in nice and early. Of course, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. Links in the description for my other social media platforms. Until then, though, I'll see you all soon for some more picks later in the week. Until then, I'm out.